Okay. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to today's live session on a life of an OHS trainer. Now, there is a reason why we chose this topic to come and talk. But before that, before diving into all these, I would like to introduce myself. I am Tuhin, Senior OHS Training Specialist at DB HSE International. I am thrilled to share my journey, my insights, key lessons, and challenges that I have experienced from this dynamic and impactful profession. So whether you are aspiring to become an OHS trainer or simply curious about this training field, this session is packed, okay, with valuable takeaways. So suddenly we have decided to come live on this topic because we believe there are many of you who are trying to become trainer, and you're looking for resources, you're looking for advice. And trust me, you need advice from people who are experienced. You need advice from people who are qualified, so that you can extract something from those advices and you can implement them in your life, in your career. So without further ado, I would like to dive right in. uh, you know To begin with, the best thing is that we start with the role of an OHS trainer. Now, when we talk about OHS trainer, we talk about occupational health and safety trainer. So, an occupational health and safety trainer plays a crucial role in promoting workplace safety. Whether you're working in an institute or you're working in an organization, maybe you're training the employees who are working in the field, or perhaps you're training safety professionals in an institute. Well, you are promoting workplace safety directly or indirectly. So that's one of the roles that OHS trainers play. Ensuring compliance with health and safety regulations is also one of their responsibilities. The primary goal is to equip individuals and organizations with the knowledge and skills to create a safer work environment, right? To create a safer work environment, you need to have knowledge about health and safety. You need to have skills. You need to know about health and safety regulations. Then you become competent. And most often in our training, we discuss that in order to be competent, you must have skills, knowledge, experience, ability, qualifications. Then you are competent and basically you are fit for that job role. But before that, you are on the process of becoming fit or suitable for that position. Now, when we talk about conducting training or workshops or webinars, we must have experience and knowledge. That's what we understood. But uh, on the same side, we also need to have proper information as to how we should provide the training. Specifically, if I talk about health and safety training, we must have knowledge about the main topics like hazard identification, risk management, hierarchy of control, you name it, emergency procedures, uh, legal requirements, regulations, safety protocols, etc. Now, these are the basic things that we need to keep in mind. We need to always consider. But then the second point comes where we understand how we start our day. What we do in the beginning of the day shows how prepared we are going to be throughout the day. So let's start with the morning preparation, because this is when everything starts. So if you wake up a little grumpy or angry, or maybe you didn't have a good sleep, know that it can or it may impact your training, because how you're feeling inside or the mental condition will have an impact on your professional life. That's why it's so important to balance your personal life as well as professional life. So to talk about morning preparation, I would like to mention that the day typically starts with reviewing the training schedule, preparing the study materials, and ensuring that all resources for your training are ready. You also need to pay attention to details because that's very important. Even minor oversights or minor neglect can affect the quality of the training. So, when we are choosing the resources, when we are choosing what we need to discuss today, we always have to understand who are the people who are taking the training, what are their expectations, what they can learn, so that we can properly choose the terms and the jargons or the use of words, right? Next comes the training or the sessions that you're going to conduct. I believe it's so important to conduct a learner specific training, or you can say a learner centric training, where the learners get to interact with you. Not only that, they learn with, they learn with the other participants, and it's very interactive and as well as engaging. But to have a learner centric training session, one needs to have excellent communication because training is all about communication. You are communicating the topics in a simple and in an easy way. So the ability to and complex, simplify the complex and difficult concepts and creating an interactive learning environment is an important task that a trainer needs to do. And that basically shapes your training session. The next point that I would like to mention is how you think as a trainer. A good trainer constantly reflects on what has been discussed in the previous session, what will be covered in the next session, and how to keep the participants engaged, as I discussed in the previous point. This continuous evaluation will always ensure a smooth flow of information and a better retention of the students. In DBHS International, most of the learners, they love to join our sessions. And what I mean to say is that we have a good retention of students because they get what they expect. And trainers play a vital role here because a training institute can only perform well when their main product, which is training, is excellent. You cannot compromise on the quality of the training and expect a huge, outcome or a huge return because your main product is not good because you compromise there. And that's why, in DBHS International, we prioritize delivering effective training. When the training is effective, when the training is simplified and it caters to the student's need, we're going to see, students succeeding and our training institute succeeding. So there should not be any compromise when it comes to providing the main product. So for training institute, training is the main product. And that brings me to the next point, and I believe it's very important as whether you are a trainer, whether you are a safety professional, or maybe you are working in some other fields, you need to analyze your performance. At the end of the day, if you do analyze your performance, you're able to push yourself towards a better tomorrow, where you understand these are my weaknesses, these are my strengths, and this is how I overcome them. It's not easy to look upon or reflect upon your mistakes or weaknesses, or perhaps where you went wrong. But when you take it constructively and work on it, the outcome that you're going to get tomorrow is definitely going to be worth it, right? So, self assessment is very important. Analyzing one's performance after each session helps identify areas for improvement, ensures that the delivery of the training becomes more effective over time, right? So I personally, you know, feel this is very important because regularly when I'm providing training, I have to analyze what I did wrong or what I did that can be improved in the next session. It doesn't always have to be wrong. That's what my personal perception says. You do not have to be wrong to improve your performance. You can simply have this desire that, okay, I think this, what I did, or this, what I explained, can be improvised. And this is how you continuously improve. Or else you will become static. In other words, complacent, quite happy and satisfied with what you have. You have to aspire to become a better trainer tomorrow. And this is how basically you create a value of yourself. You create a demand of yourself. The next point is practice and improvement. Uh, you know, no matter whether you are a trainer, professional in some other fields, or maybe you're a singer or a dancer, you know how important it is to practice to be better. I personally don't believe that practice makes you perfect because humans are not perfect. But practice does make you a better person. It does make you a better performer. You be better than before. That's for sure. The more you practice, the more better you become. You come out as the best version of yourself. So, regular practice is not something that's going to help you improve your training, but also your communication. Your communication skill plays a vital role, as I mentioned. It builds your confidence. I have seen many people, they have so good ideas that they can implement in their companies or in their training sessions. But the only thing that is stopping them, that is a stumbling block, is their communication skill. When they're asked to represent the company or talk on a certain topic, it's so unnerving for them. They are not able to speak confidently. Perhaps they are just, rambling or beating around the bushes. It's tough. They are not able to make sentences. Though they have ideas, they just want to talk about their ideas, but they cannot do it because there is an obstacle, that is communication skill. And this is where I believe all the professionals, we need to come forward and have this desire to learn and be a better version of yourself. You have to, rehearse the key concepts, scenarios, especially when we talk about training, interactive techniques, and please don't be nervous. Know what you know. Okay, if you learn something, be confident about it. Let's say you learn 10 words or two or three structures of sentences. Be confident about it and talk about it. Use them. What you do not know, you do not know, but you can know them tomorrow and use them. Very simple. Um, that's how you become a confident trainer. I would also like to touch on the other point that I believe is so important, especially for those who are conducting online training, or maybe you have your online job. If your online job includes communication and you're not tech savvy, let me tell you, you have to upgrade yourself. Okay? It's true. We are living in 2025, and if you're still not technically proficient, you need to be. There is no compromise, right? You have to work hard. There are plenty of resources available. YouTube, Google. Nowadays, there are artificial intelligent models are available to teach you exactly what you need. Previously, we used to search on Google, and Google has plethora of data. Quite hard to find something similar or relevant. It doesn't give you the exact answer you're looking for. But if you just use the technologies properly, trust me, you will do your work faster, smarter, and yes, you will create a value of yourself. So this applies to an OHS trainer too. An OHS trainer must be, technically proficient. That's what I mean by tech savvy. So if you're planning to become an OHS trainer, please learn the technical tools like, training tools, maybe how to use, e-learning platforms. There are many e-learning websites available. Take the courses there, learn from there how to use, you know, resources are available. Utilize them, learn how to use social media, etc. So it will also help you reach a wider audience and deliver content more efficiently. The next point brings us a good amount of information, which is the essential skills and qualifications. Why does it bring us good amount of information? Well, it's because, you know, when you have the right qualification and right certification and definitely the right skills, you are able to, put yourself across and say that, okay, this is what I can do. If you don't have knowledge on something, gather knowledge, get trained, be genuine with yourself. Okay, if you don't know something, you don't know it. If you know something, work on it, improve yourself. If you don't know something, maybe learn something, and then you can be proficient on it. And your skills and qualifications and certifications are not just limited to health and safety. I believe leadership skills, communication skills, and you necessarily don't need a qualification to empathize or to be patient, right? As a trainer, understanding the diverse needs and learning styles of participants is important. It creates an inclusive and supportive learning environment, right? So it's not just your health and safety qualifications and certifications, but also how you are preparing yourself to be as a human. How would you like to be treated as a learner? So if you put yourself in their shoes, I think then you have a proper picture that, okay, this is how I need to treat my students. This is how I need to teach my students. So then you begin to empathize on students' issues or problems they're facing in terms of learning and understanding. And you also be patient. You cannot learn your students to learn something in the exact time period perhaps you could have taken or you had taken in the past. Everyone has their own capacity or own, way of understanding. Not everybody has the same IQ. So each person is unique and each person will take unique time to understand and process. So you have to be patient. And you also have to have the adaptability. Each training session, as I mentioned, is going to be unique. And the adaptability is going to help you to adapt to various audiences and situations. And that will be a key to success, right? And then you do need to have passion for safety. If I'm not passionate about safety, then I won't be able to, discuss something related to safety passionately. It's not going to be possible because I'm not passionate about it. You have to be passionate about safety to be a good trainer in health and safety field. If you want to be a good communicator, you have to be passionate about communication. It's not just the grammars that makes you fluent, but also your own endeavor, how much steps you're taking. That'll determine how well communicator you're going to be. Now, I also want to talk about the challenges, how to overcome them. Um, One of the challenges that you may face as an HSE trainer or OHS trainer is the resistance to change. Some individuals may be resistant to a new trainer. Okay, let's say you're quite habituated with one trainer. You attend his training regularly, maybe once a week or twice a week or thrice a week, and you love the way this trainer explains. You're quite your learning style matches with his teaching style, so you love this trainer. Now When you attend some other training of some other trainer, whether the trainer is good or bad is a different topic. You will have some resistance to change. You won't like this trainer because you are accustomed to taking training from somebody who was really, really excellent in training, or maybe suits your learning style, whose training style suits your learning style. So, what you need is, as a learner, you have to have patience, right? You have to observe and have this adaptability to understand this new trainer's concept, this new trainer's teaching style. And then slowly, maybe after 3 or 4 sessions, you begin to like this trainer as well. And you begin to enjoy his training too. So, both of them are good, but they are unique in their own ways of providing training. And the same happens with us as a trainer. Okay. We do not have issues with various types of learners. I mean, most of us. There can be exceptions. But we need to understand that the learner who is sitting here may have a good experience or bad experience in the past in relation to the training or sessions, right? So if you have this understanding, it's going to be easy for you to take the session. The next challenge that as an OHS trainer you can face, which we all face, is keeping participants engaged. Ever since this online sessions came in, it has become difficult for trainers to engage the learners. It is difficult. You ask the learners to ask questions. If they have questions, they do ask. If they don't have questions, they don't ask. And the funny part is, sometimes when they don't have questions, they don't respond. So it's tough as a trainer to understand whether they have understood what you just explained. This is why, it creates confusions and creates unnecessary delay. I believe you should not let this obstruction or obstacle um, reduce the quality of the training. No matter whether they're engaging or not, you keep on encouraging them to engage themselves and keep on highlighting that it's so important for them to engage, because the more they engage, the more they learn. And perhaps out of 10 or 15 people, 5, 6, or 7 will engage. And once they see others are engaging, the rest of the people will also have the desire to engage. So keep on encouraging them. They like to engage, they like to talk. It's that they are a little timid, okay, or intimidated, maybe because of their past experience, or they're afraid of being judged. That, oh, what if my questions are silly? No question is silly, um, but you need to understand they can have simple questions too. They can have questions perhaps which don't make sense, which indicates that perhaps the concept is not clear. Yeah. So that's why it's so important to engage the learners. The next thing is, as a trainer, you need to stay updated. The field of occupational health and safety is constantly evolving, staying informed through communication, or through various modes like internet, YouTube, connecting with LinkedIn connections or professionals across. It's going to help you a lot to continuously improve yourself. So, networking is important. Then, communication with candidates is also very important. You know, um, our CEO and the founder, Devjyoti Biswas, sir, has mentioned that we are the authors of the messages that we send to the students, or learners, or those who want to take admission. And I believe it's true. How you write your message will help the person understand what you want to convey. But if your message is not clear, then perhaps you need to work on your written communication. And at DB HSE International, it is essential to send standardized messages to candidates and those interested in admission. These messages help set clear expectations, provide essential information, and create a professional impression, ensuring that candidates are well informed and motivated to enroll. But we understood what are the main points, or perhaps what to consider to become an expert trainer. That definitely give you a glimpse of a life of a trainer, what they do regularly, what they need to avoid, what they need to be concerned about. But we also need to know how the training that we are providing is success or leading others to be successful. To understand this, or to make it more simple, how are we going to understand the training that we provided is successful, right? How are we going to understand that? The first thing is you will see the learners are performing well. You know, they are performing well. They have taken their exams and they have passed. The second is they enjoyed the training so much that they're giving positive feedback or compliments, which actually indicate that the training that you provided is most probably successful. Okay, most likely successful. And yes, success cannot be measured by these two areas, but when you see this person is thriving from what they have understood in the session, and perhaps they're doing so well in their career, yes, you did contributed to this person's success. And trust me, in DBHS International, we have contributed to so many people, so many professionals, thousands and thousands of professionals' success as we see them thriving in their health and safety career. Yes, we don't take the full credit of their success, which is not fair. We won't do that. But we believe that our training, our support did contribute to their success. So at the end, before I end, I would just quickly like to give some tips for aspiring OHS trainers. First tip is that you gain practical experience. Okay, hands-on experience on health and safety role is important. Whether you have 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, know that experience matters. Okay, 6 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, experience matters. So if you have practical experience, it's definitely going to help you in your training. Then you pursue relevant qualifications. There are various certifications and qualifications available. If you want to know more, feel free to contact with DBHS International. We can help you understand which qualification and certifications are suitable for you as per your current knowledge, experience, and qualification. Perhaps do the ISO lead auditor courses as well. There are various ISO lead auditor courses you can pursue, starting from ISO 45001, 14001, etc. Then develop strong communication skills. Very important. I think I have emphasized on it enough. The more you convey the information clearly, the more confident you become, and the more engaging your session is going to be. Okay, and that will definitely indicate that your communication skill is good. Okay, and last but not the least is stay passionate and committed towards health and safety. Learn as much as possible, but make sure you're learning from the right place. Not everything you read on internet or YouTube is right. Okay, so make sure you're learning from an authentic source so that what you learn is right and correct. Okay, so that's pretty much all about a life of a trainer and what are the main points to consider when you want to become a health and safety trainer, whether you work for a company or training the workers in the field or you're working for an institute. These points should be considered. And this applies to both the trainers in both the fields. Okay, so I hope this session was really enriching. You understood something very important, and I'm sure this will help somebody out there. Okay. So, yes, thank you all for joining today's session. I hope you found it insightful and inspiring. If you have any questions or would like to pursue health and safety training or courses or qualification, or you want to choose health and safety as your career, feel free to contact with DBHS International. Our phone numbers are there on the website, on our Facebook page, LinkedIn page. You can simply find out by typing DBHS International and you will get information. Okay. And feel free to reach out to us. We are always available, and we would love to see you succeed in your career. So thank you for joining. You have the power to make a difference by promoting safer workplace and protecting lives. So stay safe, and I look forward to connecting with you all very soon. Thank you.